be starting lying down this morning. Morning, Laura. So yeah, find a comfortable lying down position with your arms by your sides and your legs nice and long on the mat. And when you get there, you can shuffle around a bit just to find the most comfortable position, and take a couple deep conscious breaths. You can close your eyes here and perhaps do a little body scan from head to toe. How are you feeling on this Thursday morning? How are you feeling physically? How are you feeling emotionally? Just observing. Lovely. Taking a couple more deep breaths. Lovely. And then we'll gently flutter the eyes open if they aren't open already. And we'll bring very gently and mindfully both knees into the chest. Let's place our right hand on the right knee, left hand on left knee, and we'll start drawing circles with the knees, sending the knees away from us. They're nice, open, wide, and then back into the chest. So circling like this. Waking up the hip joints. Lovely. Take one more in this direction and then we'll draw circles in the opposite direction. Beautiful. Then we'll bring the right knee into the chest and allow the left leg to come to the mat. So left leg long on the mat, right knee into the chest, and bring both hands to rest on your right knee. Taking a deep breath here, lovely. And then we'll switch. Bring the left knee into the chest, right leg nice and long on the mat. And taking a nice deep breath here. And then switch. Right knee comes back into the chest, left leg nice and long. And then switch again. Left knee into the chest, right leg long. And take a couple more like this in your own time, switching from right to left, left to right. Again, working to warm up the hip joints and the knee joints as well. Lovely. And the next time the right knee is into the chest, keep it there. We'll bend the left knee and bring the left sole of the feet to the mat. And then bring the hands behind the right thigh and lengthen the right leg up towards the ceiling. Lovely. If the leg doesn't straighten, it's fine. You can also keep a bend in the right knee. And let's start drawing circles, first in a clockwise direction with your right foot. So warming up the ankle joint here. Lovely. And then reverse anti-clockwise circles. Beautiful. And then we'll come to stillness and flex the right foot. Then point, flex, point, flex, point. Couple more times. Beautiful. And then finally, we'll bring the right knee back down into the chest. Lengthen the left leg on the mat. And then with your left hand, we'll draw the right knee over the body. So we're coming into a supine twist here. And your right arm can lengthen out into a T shape. Gaze can either be up towards the ceiling or over towards the right hand. Feel that lovely stretch in the right hand side of the body. And breathe into the stretch, breathe into the twist. Lovely, one more deep breath here. And then we'll gently work our way back to center and we'll bring both knees into the chest just for a couple breaths here. Lovely. And we'll bring the right foot down to the mat. And we'll bring our hands behind the left thigh and lengthen the left leg up towards the sky. Lovely. And then we'll start with our clockwise circles with the left foot. Beautiful. And then anti-clockwise circles with the left foot. Beautiful. And then we'll come to stillness, flexing the left foot, and then pointing. Flex, point, flex, point. Just carry on a couple more times like this. Beautiful. And bring the left knee into the chest. Lengthen the right leg long on the mat. Bring the right hand to the outside of the left knee and draw the left knee over the body towards the right. Again, coming into supine twist, and left arm lengthens out into a T shape. Make sure that the left shoulder blade is nice and in contact with the mat here. And then gaze can either be up towards the ceiling or over towards the left hand. And again, breathing mindfully and deep into the twist. Beautiful. And then let's bring both knees back to center, hugging the knees into the chest. We'll draw circles with the knees this time, but we'll keep the knees glued together. So the idea is that we'll start clockwise, drawing circles with the knees glued, and just feel how that can really give your lower back a nice massage on the mat. Beautiful. And then let's reverse circles anti-clockwise now. Lovely. And then slowly we'll come to stillness. Let's bring both soles of the feet down to the mat. Knees are nice and bent with the knees pointing up towards the sky. Make sure that you can brush your heels with your fingertips. So that's how close your feet should be to your sit bones. And then we'll start taking a few movements with the arms. So inhale, sweep the arms up and over, allowing the backs of the hands to touch the mat. Inhale. And then on an exhale, we'll bring the hands back down towards your sides. Again, inhale deeply, sweep the arms up and over. Exhale, bring the arms and the hands back down by your sides. Next time we come up with the arms, option to press into the feet and lift the sit bones and the hip joints up to the sky, coming into a bridge. Exhale, release everything down to the mat. So sit bones and hands and arms back down by your sides. One more time, we'll inhale, lift the arms, lift the hip points up to the sky. Bridge pose. And then exhale, release everything down to the mat. And take a couple more like this. Inhaling deeply into bridge pose. And release. One last time. Inhale. And release. Exhale. Everything down to the mat. Beautiful. Bring the knees into the chest one last time. Bringing the hands to the backs of the thighs. And we'll roll up and down on the mat, gathering momentum. And let's work our way to an all fours position. So take your time and we'll all meet in all fours. Lovely. Spreading the fingers nice and wide on the mat. Gaze in between the index fingers, so looking down towards the mat. Nice long spine. And let's take some cat-cow movements now to warm up the spine. So inhale, we'll drop the belly, shine the chest forward. Exhale, reverse the movement by dropping the head and doming the back. Inhale, drop the belly, arch the back, shine the chest forward. Exhale, reverse the movement by dropping the head, doming the back. Lovely. And just take this few more times at your own pace. Stretching and doming the back. Allowing your breath to lead the movement. You can close your eyes if that feels good. Lovely. Take one last round here. And when you're ready to, we'll all meet in a neutral tabletop, all fours, where we started. Lovely. And then let's stretch our shoulders, coming into puppy pose. So the legs stay exactly where they are. So a right angle with your legs. Legs don't move. But let's bring our hands in front of us. So stretching the arms out. And very gently and mindfully, we'll start to bring the chest and the forehead down towards the mat. So coming into puppy pose. Nice long arms. Resting the forehead on the mat. Feel that lovely opening and stretching in the shoulders and the upper back. Breathe deeply here. Lovely. And then slowly and mindfully walk your hands back towards your knees, and we'll come into a neutral all fours here again. Let's play with our balance for a bit. So we'll bring the right leg back behind you. So stretch the right leg and stretch the ball of the feet. So really stretching the toes into the mat. Nice long right leg, lovely. And then we'll bring the right knee back to center, come back to tabletop, and let's stretch the left leg out, really planting the toes into the mat, stretching the feet, beautiful. And then we'll bring the right knee back to center. This time we'll bring the right leg behind us again. You have the options to keep the toes on the mat as we just did, or bring the right leg perpendicular to the mat, so parallel to the mat. Imagine you're pressing your feet into an imaginary wall. So the toes will be pointing downwards. Leg nice and long, beautiful. And then bring the right knee back down, coming to tabletop. And we'll do the same on the opposite side. So bring the left leg out behind you this time. Again, option to keep the toes on the mat, or keep the leg parallel to the mat, toes facing down, and really flex the left foot, pressing into an imaginary wall. Lovely. And then bring the right knee back to center. And let's take it to the other side again. So stretch the right leg behind you, really flexing the foot. And we'll add a bit of challenge here. Bring the left arm out in front of you. Lovely. So breathe in here in your balance. Beautiful. And then bring the left hand back down and knee back in, back to tabletop. And we'll do the same on the opposite side. So left leg comes out behind you. Flex the left foot and lengthen the right arm out in front of you. Beautiful. Breathing here and then release, bring the right hand back to center, left knee back to center. Now one last time, we'll inhale, bring the right leg back behind you, flexing the foot, left arm stretches out. And you can either stay here or bring some dynamic movement to your balance by bringing the left elbow to the right knee, curling in and then extending back out. Elbow to knee and then extend. Elbow to knee, extend. One last time. Elbow to knee, extend out into the balance, and then release and bring everything back to center. Lovely. Now we'll switch sides, bring the left leg out behind you, lengthen the right arm, and then again, elbow to knee, extend. Elbow to knee, extend. Elbow to knee, extend. Elbow to knee, extend. Lovely. And then we'll come back to center and just take a moment in child's pose to just allow your wrists to rest here, and you can circle your wrists as well if that feels good. Beautiful. Taking a moment to reconnect with your breath here. Lovely. And then when you're ready to, let's come back up to all fours and make our way to a downward facing dog. So tucking all 10 toes under, spreading the fingers nice and wide on the mat. And just take a moment to find your downward dog. Taking any movement that feels good here, perhaps bending one knee and then the other. Lovely. Then we'll inhale, bring the right leg up behind you, three-legged dog. And then bring the right foot in between the hands. Lovely. And what we'll do, we're coming into lizard pose, so we'll heel toe the right foot to the edge of the mat, bringing both hands to the inside of the right foot. We can bring the left knee down to the mat. And what we'll do, we'll draw circles with the right knee. So you can come onto the edge of the right foot as well. And again, the idea here is that we want to work to open up the right hip joint. Beautiful. Then reverse the circles, so circles in the opposite direction. You were going in. Beautiful. to stillness. Bring the hands flat down onto the mat and step back to downward dog. Lovely. Again, taking a couple of breaths in down dog. And then we'll inhale and bring the left leg up behind us. Three-legged dog. And then bring the left foot in between the hands. Again, we'll do the same on this side, so we'll heel toe the left foot to the edge of the mat. Bring the right knee down to the mat. Both hands will be on the inside of the left foot. And then again, we'll draw circles with the left knee. In one direction. Beautiful. And then reverse in the opposite direction. This is lizard pose. Beautiful. And then we'll come to stillness and make our way back to downward facing dog. Take any final movements here in your dog. If you want to take a vinyasa, please do that. If not, we'll all meet eventually in a child's pose, a nice wide-legged child's pose. So knees nice and wide on the mat. Releasing the forehead to the mat. Arms are nice and long. Lovely. And then when you're ready to, we'll walk our hands back towards our knees. Make your way back into an upright position. You can either stay on your knees like so, or find a comfortable cross-legged position. Take a couple rolls with the shoulders just to release any tension. Lovely. And then we'll inhale deeply. Bring the arms up overhead, gazing up towards the sky. And then bring the hands into prayer. And we'll move the prayer down to the forehead for kind thoughts, down to the mouth for kind words, and down to heart center for kind actions. And we'll bow together to seal the practice.